Hey fam, what's going on? This is Jessica Pickens. Welcome to Pickens Realities, our blended family truths podcast. Hey,
1, 2, 3, go. I know you see somehow the world.
You asked for this. Why?
And be so wonderful.
Welcome to Pickens Realities over here and blended family truths, y'all. This is a Pickens reality. The Pickens kids just doing what they do, and these two together,
It's
are
all
in for a
for
treat today.
real. I'm telling you just how I feel. So
wake up the memory of our nation.
Okay, we have to get people to yes. There we go.
Yeah.
All right.
let's land that.
I'm Carly. No, I'm just kidding. All right, you guys. Welcome back to another episode of Pickens Realities and Blended Family Truths.
My socks is a bitch, man.
I am.
My bad. Go
Why
ahead.
do you have the Crocs on? Can we see their feet?
It don't even matter. Come on, let's ride.
The Crocs is
She got
crazy
on
work.
She got on a boot.
But
I can't wear
that's
my.
medical. But the Crocs.
This
that's
is medical. I'm feeling good.
That's
It's helping my canker
this is
sores or
medical.
something.
I'm feeling good. That is crazy.
All right,
Okay.
come on, let's go.
I am the best of the best. None like the rest. Jayla, Marche, the elite. Mom. I mean, who are you?
I am the host with my regular co-host over here.
Wait,
They said I'd have to start saying the elite, the mom of the elite, huh? But my other children will take issue with that. I am Jessica, the mom, the wife of the Pickens family,
Whoop, whoop.
the host of Pickens Realities and Blended Family Truths, and dun, dun,
Today
dun.
we have two. Well, the one in the black ain't a guest.
Yeah, I am the pocket changer. I am the tire fixer, the brake fixer,
Okay, come
the
in,
shed
come
builder, the floor mopper, the laundry doer.
The floor creator, the deck
Yes,
creator, and
yeah.
I don't want no man that can't do neither. So don't try it.
Wait, and the child checker.
Ooh,
Oh,
I
boy.
like that in you. We have a special
Boy.
guest today. Our special guest is
The often imitated, never duplicated, always the originated Dawson Elisha Pickens.
We should have some. All right. So this chair is moving a lot today, clearly. So today we're going to start the conversation off with our baby brother Dawson. So there's 6 siblings, and we are, of course, a blended family. And he is a part of the ours portion of the yours, mine, and ours. Good.
I'm just so go ahead and give a little bit more context, particularly in light of we learned that some people define blended family as something different, right?
Yeah.
And so we want to make sure that our audience knows, if you're just catching us for the first time on this episode, number one, go all the way back to episode 1 to get the foundational history of how we became a family. But how we define blended family and what we're referring to is the fact that 2 people, these 2 right here, Jessica and Tyrone, came together. And when we met, we each had children, had children from previous
Wait a
relationships.
minute, you trying to tell me something?
Well, look. Well, some of these kids, I don't know, you think have been here,
Man.
before now. But we both had children from previous relationships. I had never been married. You had been married. And we came together and blended our existing families, myself and my son at that time, and you and my 3 beautiful, you know how I always say that? You and my 3 bonus babies. Yeah, you had my 3 bonus babies. Look, the elite is not appreciating
I
that.
mean, what had happened?
It's okay, y'all.
But then we blended our 4 children together. Oh my goodness.
Not to look.
And we had 2 more together to make we don't do yours, mine, and ours, even though it's an easier way for people to understand.
Well, we say the babies. That's how we identify
We
them,
do.
as the babies.
They are the babies,
The
him
babies.
and Gabby.
The
And
babies.
so Dawson is the youngest boy. So 4 boys, 2 girls. Dawson is the youngest boy, and Gabby is the baby baby, the youngest of them all, and the youngest girl. So what we're going to talk about today, just the topic in general, Marche, is
all your pitfalls. I'm joking. We're going to talk about
his hairline is off. The T. That's why I got on that
Again,
hat.
welcome to Pickens Reality for Real. This is life in our house.
Oh,
His lines start right here.
not me analyzing it.
Not up top in the front.
Okay.
It's my
Okay.
treat. It's my
Let's
treat.
go, Marche. Right.
okay.
Get off my
All
child.
right, Dawson. So
What's up?
first question's kind of light. How was it growing up with 5 siblings?
It was a lot. I mean, half the time y'all bullied
Think about
me.
what you said.
Half the time y'all bullied me. The other half y'all loved me. And, made the world for me. Like, it was always just something going on. Like, whether basketball game, football game, track meets, or just chilling at the house and playing in the backyard or something. I mean, I always thought it was fine. I used to get thrown around like a sack of potatoes onto throw pillows, so I thought it was real fun. I mean, yeah.
Wait, what's up with this bullying part?
Right, I was going
I was
to
gonna say, expound on the bullying.
Hold on. Your older
Was I bullying
siblings.
you?
She looking at you like,
He like, is this a trick
careful.
question?
Be careful.
I mean, I had
Who bullied you the most?
I had 3 older brothers.
Who bullied you the most?
And I had you as an older sister. And you were basically an honorary male. Like,
Honorary male.
Okay, hold on, wait.
Oh God, you're confirming.
Honorary male, and my dad calls me his strongest son, G.
Like,
which
don't-
is
just
why I'm the
don't-
elite of this family. Come on, stop playing with
Tyrone
me. Facts
picked
on
it.
facts. That's like people like, Jesus isn't real. But then you find all these artifacts. It's like, hold on, wait,
Artifacts.
dude might be real. You feel me? So it's like, thanks, brother. Confirmation. Who bullied you the most, though?
probably you. Because, I mean, we all know the trope of the older sister and younger brother combo. It never starts out well, but it ends out amazing.
She said never starts out well.
Oh my gosh. Okay, so boom. How old were you? You were 0. So, when
We had only
When you
been. He
found
was
out-
born on our first year anniversary.
we forgot to talk
wasted
about
no
that.
time.
Yeah,
We was like, bang, 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 bang.
How was it?
Oh
How
my
was it?
God!
What?
Don't- Oh,
I mean, how you
okay.
think you
Right.
how you think they got there?
Pew, pew.
There's only one Mary in this world, okay?
As far as I know, I've won the greatest race known to man already.
Yeah,
so.
we all did.
No, that was Gabby.
Greatest race known to man?
The sperm race.
beating
Oh,
every
oh.
other sperm.
Oh,
You were
Oh.
chosen.
This
We were
dude.
all chosen.
Jesus.
I'm
Okay,
picking
I was
up what you
missing
put
it
down.
there.
I'm picking
Yeah.
up
All
what you
right. Cool.
So-
Cool.
So being the only boy, having been,
Being the only boy.
I did it again.
What? Wait, Calvin, we need to check his credentials. I'm sorry. You've been a part of this family for how long?
Just yesterday.
What is
So-
going on?
So
Like, what?
She's a clone.
Are we gonna make it through this episode? I don't know.
No, seriously, who cloned Tyrone? Turn his switch off. He's not doing the right stuff.
All right, so being, as Jess said, Dawson was born on our first year wedding anniversary. So
Was y'all salty about that?
we
Like, y'all
were,
didn't even
we were.
really, like-
I'm
So,
salty
so for
about it.
18
Celebrate it.
years, we have spent our anniversary at Chuck E. Cheese.
It's Mama Zola's fault.
Jungle of
She's
Fun.
the one. I was
you
due
done
on
talking about Mama?
Christmas. We were due on Christmas. She was like, "He's coming on your anniversary." I was like, "No, Mom, he's not."
Hey,
She's like,
Grandma
"He's coming
Zola-
on. He's coming on your anniversary." I was like, "Mom, no, he's not." And dun dun dun.
Grandma Zola be knowing some things. She,
Yeah. Mama
Mr.
Zola.
Parks walked in the house. She met her for the first time. She said, he ain't gonna last long. He ain't last long. She be knowing.
Okay,
She
anyways.
walked up to heaven and be like, Lord, you need to send this baby down tomorrow.
No, for real.
So no, what I was saying was, we did spend the last 18 years, and Dawson's 21 now because we're 22.
Yes.
We spent
Powerful
those,
people.
yeah, never better, brother, never better.
Never better, bro.
We did spend the first 18 years at Chuck E. Cheese, paintballing, pool parties, so we never had the opportunity to officially just have a blowout anniversary. So we're shunning you for that.
Well, when I was 19, y'all had the whole gala thing at the banquet hall for her 50 and y'all 20.
That is correct.
Oh yeah.
I was down
50,
in school. So I wasn't even there.
Right,
Good,
that's one out
because
of
they needed the separation.
like he's gone. So that being said,
I forgot you weren't there.
right,
Yeah.
we kicked it.
That's me.
Oh, I'm sorry. We did
Bullied
not
by
kick
the
it.
parents. 4K. It wasn't just a sibling.
So when did you figure out? And was this one of your questions? Oh, my bad. Go ahead and ask.
Yeah, go ahead and ask.
We would like to know when you figured out that there was something different about our family.
When I saw the same lady keep coming over,
Same lady keep coming over.
aka Miss Jerry, TT Jerry. I don't know what to call her. Like, just Jerry. So
Miss Jerry, TT Jerry,
Yeah.
Jerry. I mean, you're 21 now, but
Yeah.
still, just respect. Yeah.
For the longest though, she was.
You were like, who is this lady that keeps coming in my house and visiting my siblings?
yeah, like she just come pick him up, round him, bag him, tag him, take him somewhere.
you just round them back up and tag them.
Like, I
For
don't.
our audience who doesn't know, TT Jerry, Miss Jerry, is Ty's ex-wife, Jayla's mom. Yeah.
Jayla, Eric, and Dom's mom. But you're right, Jayla's mom, because the other two don't matter.
And so she was TT
Yeah,
Yeah.
I mean,
for
Yeah,
a while.
for a long time.
for the longest, I mean, I still kind of regard her as a TT, I guess, because she's just always been around. Like, I've always thought of her as family. I was just like, something ain't right here. Like, I don't think she just TT.
Me too.
She'll be backing them and tagging them.
Yeah, like just kidnapping half of my siblings like that. Like,
Right, did take all of us.
yeah, and then you guys would always be talking about, oh, well, my other grandparents. I'm like, what do you mean other grandparents? And, you know, cousins that like didn't add up on the family tree. I'm like, well, if mom only has an older sister and dad only has like 3 sisters, like, what's going on here?
Right.
So, and then definitely when Charlie would come around sometimes.
You just switched lanes like so fast. I thought we were still on the Jerry side of the blended family tree.
No, I'm in both.
You said,
Yeah, that's true.
I'm in both. So, like,
hi, I'm Paul.
Charlie would come around for Jalen, and Jerry would come around for Jayla, Dominic, and Eric. Like these two random adults be showing up at our house at ungodly hours of the night and being like, where are they?
Talking about ungodly hours. 6
5,
o'clock.
right. I was gonna say 5 p.m.
Right. So it's just like,
But do you actually like remember like at what age? Because I'm trying to remember when we actually explained to him and Gabby or tried to explain.
I remember we was sitting at 63 Buckhorn when I remember telling Gabby this about the chicken nuggets. We were sitting at 63 Buckhorn at the table. And I don't know how the conversation came up, but we were like, we're not like blood related or whatever. She was like, huh? And like that conversation came up. I was
That
like,
is
yeah,
so
we're like,
not a true
we're like
statement.
chicken nuggets. I mean, we're
You
half blood related. So we're not like completely blood related.
Y'all jokers look alike, walk alike, talk alike.
that's because you have the same taste in women, but.
It's been an ongoing conversation. Anybody that watched that episode can see that. But
Wait,
anyway,
let's clear
keep
the
going.
air.
Let
No. You were jocking me. I wasn't jocking you.
I'm not going to keep like having to reiterate the fact that your version is your
they
version.
Got quiet.
How? Excuse me.
So
I'm not
she
sure how
basically
that.
came above you while you was digging the stuff out and was like, you got a girl? And you was like, no. And she was like, well, you do now.
Tell
Yeah,
that
I
lie
never
if you
seen
want
none
to.
of
Cut it out. Anyway.
You my boyfriend.
So,
Okay, so
you were explaining to Gabby what our blended family was. How did that conversation
so
go?
basically, I basically was telling Gabby, I'm like, yeah, so basically, like, we're both chicken nuggets, right? So, like, you rip this chicken nugget in half, and then you rip this chicken nugget in half, right? And so then
Did you
boom,
say chicken nugget? This is how you explained it for real?
yeah. Gabby was like 6 seconds old. How else am I gonna explain it in terms she could get?
We both chicken nuggets.
Right. And so I was like, so we're like half chicken nuggets. And I could see like her brain like
He said half chicken.
because like Gabby is very intelligent. Dawson is very
He
intelligent.
said half chicken nuggets.
So like explaining that it
Did
was
you literally have chicken nuggets, or you
I
were?
don't remember if I actually had chicken nuggets, but I remember telling
That
her
was
that
your-
we were,
that
like,
was your
half
analogy.
chicken
Like,
nuggets.
we're both chicken nuggets.
Why that came to my brain, I have no freaking idea, dude.
Because all y'all did was eat chicken nuggets and fries.
That's more of a now thing. Well, I guess we did have them then, but so you
No,
don't really
burger
recall, Dawson, kind of what age you know that when you were, but you don't recall when it was firmly cemented your understanding of, oh, we're a blended family.
No, I don't really
Yeah.
recall. Like, I mean, I always knew something was off because half the time.
Just
Like,
different.
Yeah,
Can we
it's
say different?
Right. But like, I'm just saying, like, some family events, 20 extra people would show up, and I'm like, who are these people? And I have no idea.
So okay, so you feel like because like other like Austin, you know, his family shows up and it's like his mom, his dad, his
Yeah.
sister, and probably like grandma, grandpa.
Yeah.
And then with us, it's like mom, dad, sister, grandma, grandpa.
There's groups and categories.
And then a whole other entourage, and I'm
Right.
like, oh, cool. More people to play with, I guess.
So do you feel like after like coming to that realization of like we're like a blended family, do you feel like it was like you felt any different? You felt like you were treated differently? You felt like you were treated better than others? Like,
I mean, treated differently how? Like, at the end of the
so
day,
basically like, okay, boom, treated differently as in I have both my parents
Is
in
it
my
hot?
house.
No, when you said were you treated differently, I'm sorry, I had a flashback of him and his father's encounter, which
On
meant
the
he was
stairs.
treated the same when it came to father and
Said I was treated the same.
when it came to father
What
son
he say? He said
encounters.
and the
when-
checker.
I'm sorry, but go
No,
ahead.
but
And
so
not
like
the bag
so
checker.
you have both of your parents in your house, right?
yeah.
We didn't have both of our parents in our house.
Yeah.
So we had one or the other. One and the what?
Yeah.
We had only one of our parents in the house, right?
Mm-hmm.
So do you feel like you were treated differently? That's because you have both your parents. So the flow of your life, you know?
I mean, I would definitely say compared to a lot of the people around me in elementary school, middle school, and high school, a lot of them had divorced parents while I always had y'all. Like, I would say that I was in a lot better mental state than anybody else around me. And
Really?
well, okay, by mental state, I mean, like, I didn't have to rely so much on substances or alcohol to, like, get through the day or something, because I always had, like, a stable familial relationship to go home to. While for them, it was more so broken or whatever was going on in their life. I mean, granted, we always had our ups and downs between me and mom and me and dad, but I wouldn't...
Dad and I.
Yeah, I wouldn't change it or anything because it made me who I am today and it made them who they are today. And I think we're all in a lot better of a place than we were back in the high school years. So
let's talk about that. So in your high school years,
Not Calvin playing on his phone.
He like they just talking. He playing Donkey Kong. They just talking.
real life, y'all. The video from
Miss Pac-Man to me. Doo-doo-doo-doo.
like when you be in class and just don't shut off.
Miss Jenkins is coming. Miss Jenkins is coming.
we all like
Look, he looking like y'all.
And I'm just shaking his head like
we thought it was Gabby. I was like, Gabby ain't got no phone. We like, is that Calvin? He's breaking his own rules.
Look, he like I still gotta edit this. Y'all better be quiet.
yeah, Calvin get roasted just like the rest.
Hey, he's family,
Welcome to the
man.
family.
He's
Right.
family.
So let's okay. High school years, right?
yeah,
Transitioning phase. So we moved from where we were.
Springfield, Illinois to Chicago, or right outside Chicago, Oak Park.
You're giving out too much information.
It was
it's kind
I'm
of
joking,
all
joking.
over everywhere.
It was in 2016. I was in the middle of middle school. It was the summer before 7th grade. And we moved to 1124 South.
Okay, hey.
Well, we don't live there anymore.
Well, we
it
don't,
really
but
matter.
still.
Look, now we all like,
our
Social Security.
Blood type.
Like we talked about this, Dawson.
We ain't gonna edit that. We gonna erase that
Mom said, we talked about this, Dawson.
as soon as this is over.
No, yeah. So boom, we uprooted Dawson's life in the middle of his middle
that
school
was so hard.
career.
You gotta
Lord.
do addresses, bro.
That's
Y'all
just who
said,
he is.
y'all
It
said it'd be
is.
me. Like,
Yeah, we're not
Yes,
telling you
it's
not
all
to
right.
be you.
Right.
Be you. So
With caution.
With tape around it.
so we uprooted and left. The 4 older kids were out of the house.
You
One
moved
against
with
their
us.
will. But when you guys decided to move, I wasn't there.
Right. You came the day of.
Yeah, but that
I think
was
it
by
the day of.
choice.
It wasn't
Right.
by choice.
What was
Yes,
that?
it was.
To go
Are
with
you
us?
asked to move up here? What are you
Oh, I
talking
thought
about?
y'all talking about me not being with y'all.
That's
I
a
was
whole
like,
nother
so that
video.
wasn't a choice.
That's a whole nother.
Oh, yeah, that's a
The
different
corrector
episode.
kicked me out.
Oh,
I didn't.
no.
I didn't
Oh.
kick.
anyway.
pushed.
Wait.
Anyway.
yeah. Dawson's like, this is my story. We're
Right,
gonna
right.
stick
Okay,
to one kid at a time.
Scene 5, take 2.
Uprooted the family. Decided we need a change. We were outgrowing where we are at. Dawson.
I
I
was
feel like
basically,
was
because of my
affected
work.
the
Yeah.
most
Yeah.
because
Yeah.
he had started
Yeah.
middle school. He was halfway through middle school and had his friends, had his life, soccer, all the things. Boom. Move up here and it's like you have to start fresh. So the thing with Dawson and Gabby is we call them the babies. They're 13 months apart, 12, 13, 14,
15.
17, something months
15.
apart.
15 's
So
the
they've
number.
been on a level playing field since they were children, right?
It's an
So
approximation.
we had
let it live. Let it breathe.
birthday parties, like their birthday parties, like they were, it was just, we get to this new place and you get to say your point of view. From my point of view as your older sister, from what I experienced, it was like the momentum of where you guys were at started to shift. So
That's a good way to look at it.
Gabby became the social butterfly while Dawson was more introverted, trying to find his footing in a place where Gabby, on the other hand, started fresh at the school where Dawson had to just jump into the middle of middle school, you know?
Yeah.
So Gabby was able to create those bond relationships from day one, and it was kind of harder for Dawson. So the momentum just shifted. And I feel Gabby's social meter went up, and Dawson's was just like in no man's land.
Yeah, in limbo. Yeah.
So with that being said, how did that affect you? Because us older siblings, we weren't necessarily really in the mix of you guys while you guys were in middle school, or really in high
'cause
school, to be honest.
Y'all were had your own stuff y'all were
Yeah.
dealing
Yeah.
with. I mean, y'all were in and out. But
Yeah, we were back and forth, in and
Yeah.
out, up and down, sideways.
So basically, we moved. I felt like I was the only one with loose ends in Springfield. Mom was already working up here. Dad quit his job because of the job being racist and whatever and whatnot.
oh goodness gracious.
I mean, it's Springfield.
Well, no, actually, he couldn't. That job couldn't transfer that up here. So
Yeah.
anyway,
Yeah,
keep
it was-
going.
it was a whole
The company wasn't up here. It wasn't an option for her to keep
Didn't
that job.
exist.
Oh well.
Yeah. So
Greater later.
Yeah.
I was in the middle of middle school and Gabby was finishing elementary school. So when we got up here, she was going to start sixth grade with everyone else while I had to jump in, like Jayla said. It affected me pretty harshly. I mean, being the new kid on the block in the middle of middle school where everybody already has their cliques and everything, and then like just the epitome of urban environment and the influx of social media growing at the time, and people in middle school trying to find themselves as well as like, I don't know, putting down other people and gaining new freedom and access to, you know, drugs and alcohol. And
Hold on, wait, time out. For context, Springfield is the country, basically.
It's a town.
But it's for people that live in, you know, urban cities, Springfield is the country. And so there's nothing but land and opportunity. Whereas
it's a
there's a hustle and
mid-sized
bustle
city
up here,
yeah.
and there's so much more going on. Whereas Springfield, there's stuff going on, but there's a breath. You know what I'm saying?
Well, this is urban. That's not considered an urban, you know, area.
Mm-hmm.
So while it's the capital of this state, it's
country.
200. Well, it's 100,000 people.
Everywhere. You don't
about
see
100,000 people.
$150 somewhere in there.
You know, so much smaller. I mean, y'all's middle school had the same number of students that y'all's high school did in Springfield.
Yeah.
You know, so for context, it is a shift.
Percy Julian had that many kids?
Yeah.
1,100.
1,200 kids.
And then
Lanford didn't dare have only 1,200 kids.
Yes, it
Yes,
did.
sir.
Yes, it did. It was like 1,150. Yes, ma'am.
Go back and count them.
Yes.
Go back and count them.
That's crazy.
Yes.
Well,
So
now
anyway,
Lanford looked
yeah.
like a small university.
So it was a huge adjustment for you coming from being in a mid-sized small town environment and community, right, of Springfield
close
and
situation.
versus coming up here where you were in an environment where the town, the geography of Oak Park is, you know, it's only 4 square miles, but it's dense for people because we're
Oak Park is Springfield.
No. I'm just saying.
Oak
No.
Park is
What?
only 4 square miles. And I mean, it's segregated as it is. Like literally once you cross that bridge to go north, it's very completely different from even the south side. And like
Yeah.
you still got you
So you're talking about the north and the south, and I heard you mention that there were some children that you went to. Some of your schoolmates had
Access.
no, I won't use the word broken, but they had blended families as well.
Mm-hmm.
Can you explain? And I think you kind of did, but how some of those schoolmates that you came in contact with, their perspective of having a mom and a dad in a home when you interacted with them, because I know you've brought several people home and you've been to homes. So how did that make you feel? How did that make them feel?
I mean, every time I bring somebody over here, they always get, I think, envious because I mean they just see our lives compared to theirs, and they just start beating themselves up because they're like, why can't I have this? Versus me, I'm like, when I go over to their house and I see that they have a mom or like they have a stepdad or something, and like they have a blended family like that, it's not as well mixed and it's not as well smooth as us.
not as well bonded. Yeah, because we use a term. A part of what we know is that, you know, part of the why we're doing this is to share with people, you know, what we've learned and whatnot, but that it is possible to put in the work to become more bonded, not just to be blended, but to be blended and bonded, which I think is the difference of, that's one of the unique things about our family is that we've pressed for that and achieved it. So is that what you're referring to?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, like generally, for whatever reason, a lot of people in this community just don't have both parents at home. Like they just split up for whatever reason, whether that be the state of the world or.
Well, it's not just this community. In actuality,
It's
like
crazy.
one of the data, right? And so current data indicates that right now, 40% of marriages with children that have children are blended families.
Yeah.
So because, again, and I know that, you know, whether this is a little repetitive or not, but whether someone started out as a single parent, so had kids out of wedlock, whether someone was married once and then got divorced and is getting remarried, whether someone was widowed, right? Whether it's two single parents coming together, these are all different types of variations of what we define as a blended family. right? And so when you're looking at the examples of what you've seen, to your point, Dawson, it is extremely prevalent in today's society as far as blended families.
So how did that sway, or did it, the people that you decided to call your friends?
I mean, it was hard in middle school and high school to have friends in particular. But like, generally, everybody always thought my life was great. Like, for whether or not I had both of these guys, or, you know, they thought I just lived in a nice place or whatever have you. I mean, I just kind of spent most of my time by myself. But like, when I did have those people, I don't know. It did feel weird because they would always treat me like a certain way, and I don't know why, but it's like I couldn't really figure it out.
Were you able to? I'm sorry. Go ahead.
I mean, I don't know, man. It's just people everywhere are weird. People are really weird here, and
Is it them or is it you?
People are people everywhere.
People are weird. Okay?
So-
People are envious, people are jealous, people are weird, people are backhanded, people are snakes, and the list goes on.
Yeah.
So I understand what he's saying, especially like, I feel like probably they treated you a certain type of way, one, because they see who you are, like before you were able to see who you are. That's something that I had to deal with growing up, because whenever you get people that come around you like, well, you should do this, you should do this, oh my god, you should do this, you would be so great at this, that's because they see who you are, and you have to work on finding who you are for yourself so that you can see what they see when you look in the mirror. And that's probably one thing, but also because they were probably, Your Majesty, Dawson, because they seen you had a car and they did, you know what I'm saying?
yeah.
So I have two quick questions. The first one
I have
is,
two quick answers.
I'm gonna talk slowly then. Number one, did you try to assist with people that you encountered with blended families? Did you try to comfort or give them advice based on what you had experienced at home?
I mean,
You don't have to give names.
yeah, but no. Everybody's situation is different. At the end of the day, most of the time, people would rather complain and just have somebody listen than provide feedback to their situation, because a lot of the time, people don't want to help themselves unless they really feel like it's necessary.
Clock it. Clock it.
But besides that, generally, when somebody would genuinely ask me like for advice or something, I would tell them about the wild tales of us, and just be like, well, this is what we did, or like, this is where I'm from, and you could try doing this in order to see if it would work. But a lot of the time, most people don't. Most people don't assume that we're blended just because of the fact that we work so well together, all together. And like, the fact that we all kind of look alike anyway is also a big factor.
Because I chose the same women.
Yeah. But
Yes, like that's not even a joke. Like,
I did not. This one was clocking me. I'm taking that to my casket. I was like, she
crazy.
chose me.
Dude is crazy.
but I mean,
Okay, so what's one of the biggest challenges?
Well, he had another question.
What's your second? Okay.
So thank you. So my second question was, because you mentioned it, you said because of how smooth we operate. Kind of peel that onion for us. What do you mean by smooth?
I mean, I remember when we weren't smooth. I remember when there was a lot of arguments and fights about, you know, Jayla in particular. Jayla in particular, trying to, you know, go hang with cousins or see Miss Jerry, and like Dad would have a problem, or
Teenage years. Her
yeah.
teenage years. Yeah.
like I remember when stuff was off the chain for whatever reason, because like being a kid and you just see your older siblings like either try to sneak out or get caught sneaking out.
Oh, they got caught.
or they come back and then, there's a whole problem. I mean, it's definitely not always easy to get to this level of like bondedness and the words of mom. Mm-hmm. People nowadays, like, we all love each other, I think, personally. What?
You love us?
That's besides the point.
He has said it. Write it down.
Because I remember
He
the
used
letter.
to tell us he didn't love us. He hated us. Well, he didn't hate us.
He
but,
like stand in front of
then
this car.
Then it went from he didn't love us to like, I have deep regard for you. And now
I
it's
remember
like,
that deep regard.
yeah,
Right.
I have deep regard for you too. Like, no, we've come a long way. We've come a long way. Dawson's actually a real testament. Dawson and Jayla are definitely real testaments to how far we've come. And especially Dawson, Jaylen's relationship with my dad. Just how they're able to even have, adult conversations.
Yeah.
Because had this been,
5
to be
years
completely
ago.
honest, I really feel like it was because we moved here.
Mm.
I feel like had we not moved here, you and Jaylen would not have a good relationship. To be completely honest with you.
I gave him
I feel
$2 and he said okay, and so we've been cooler.
My God.
Take these quarters, boy, be my friend.
Mine. No. And I feel the same with Dawson, though. I feel like had we not moved here, I feel like Dawson wouldn't reach his greatest potential.
I
feel
agree with that.
wouldn't be
Yeah.
That
at-
was
I 100% feel like Dawson would not be at Embry-Riddle had we not moved here. I don't feel like Dawson would have grown. I don't think he would have. I feel like he had to go through that stage of like unsurety in a place where there's
Insecurity.
nothing but options.
Mhm.
No, I don't want to say insecurity. I'm just going to say unsurety
Okay.
because he was unsure of himself.
New word.
I mean, is that a real word? I don't know.
All
but
words are made up.
unsureness.
He said all
You
words.
know what? I like that. All words are made up, so whatever
Like,
I say is a word.
As a poet, I myself have technically a creative license to make up new words on the spot.
He said creative
Go
license.
ahead.
I mean,
all
that's
right
what they
now.
told us in
That's-
spoken
that's
word in
true.
high school.
Bibbidi
That's
bam.
true.
Yeah.
He said bibbidi bam.
And that means bim and bam.
He said
No, but
bibbidi
I do
bam.
feel like because he was like unsure, to be unsure in a place where there's nothing but endless possibility is great. Whereas you have four walls around you and you unsure, and now you hanging out with Austin, and Austin got tattoos. Now you got tattoos, and y'all 16, and then it just goes up from there. You know what I'm saying? Not saying that Austin would do that. Shout out to you, Austin, if you ever watch this. Okay, so what is one of the biggest struggles that you had being a part of this blended family?